Yep, I got that coffee and some chilled grapes. We about to deal 800 to opponent's face. Hope you're feeling great. Let's run through this real quick. You know, we've got the usual suspects in your enchantments deck. We're going to play Generous Visitor, 4 copies of this, and 4 copies of Kami of Transience. But those are the only non-enchantment cards in the entire deck, as usual. You want to play as few non-enchantments as possible. And I believe we're on like 29 enchantments in this deck, really like supercharging these cards. We want to play as many low-cost enchantments as possible, so we get Fang of Shigeki, which gives us another creature. You know, we're kind of running relatively low on creatures in this deck, aren't we? So if we can put a Fang of Shigeki out, make it big with a Generous Visitor, or maybe an Aura or 2, something like that, then suddenly Fang of Shigeki is a formidable dude with Death Touch. Sometimes we give him Trample with the green rune, he's just like sick. So neat card. Also a very low cost enchantment to proc our enchantments. Same thing with Kumano. You know, this is a creature the third turn that it's out that has haste too. So this contributes to our damage. It gives us a damage the turn it comes out. If we play it on turn 1 into, say, a Kami of Transience, on the next turn we get a 3/3 Kami, which is a pretty sick line too. There's also the runes, Rune of Speed, Rune of Might. You know, we play all the runes we can get access to in this deck. They draw cards, relatively cheap to play. In the case of this one, Trample is extremely important. They both give a power boost to our creatures, making our deck faster. Ranger class is obviously a card that we want to play in this deck. Don't leave home without it. But we have a couple of interesting things in this deck. Really 3 cards that I think are things that you don't really see every day. One is Arnie Slays the Troll, a card that's seen like virtually no play whatsoever since it was first introduced in Kaldheim. But I actually think it's kind of a sleeper thing, right? This is a removal spell. The second chapter on Arnie, though, is really good in the early game. It gives us an extra mana that lets us play, you know, an extra enchantment during our turn a lot of the time. Very important for juicing these enchantresses as much as possible, as quickly as possible. But the 2+1/+1 counters are important too. Putting them on a Kami of Transience gives you a huge trampler before you've even really played another enchantment. Aside from that, the other 2 spicy picks are Roiling Vortex, an enchantment, so it procs all of our stuff. But this also just does damage to our opponent every single turn, keeps them from gaining life. That can be important sometimes, right? I put in 2 copies of Immolation. I'm interested to try this card out. Kind of gives us 6 removal spells, so we can use it as a removal spell, like a Dead Weight or something. But we can also put this on like a Kami of Transience or a Generous Visitor that's gotten really big, and make it even bigger, and it's a 1-mana enchantment, you know, so the deck may have a weakness in that it doesn't have the busted combo that Naya Runes has. It doesn't have Showdown of the Scalds, which gives it the gas that it really needs to punch through in the mid-game. And I think that especially Showdown is a really important card. Doesn't have Michiko's Reign of Truth, obviously a very important card for deck like this. Card for decks like this. That's what I'm trying to say. So we are missing some sort of all-stars. But since we're not Naya, we get a much better mana base, right? You know, we get a much more consistent mana base. And we get to be much faster because our entire game plan doesn't hinge on a 3-drop like Naya Runes does. A 3-drop that they often have to play on 4, so they can just automatically play a rune on top of it. And we don't want to wait till turn 4. We really don't want to do that. We want the game to be over by turn 4. So, you know, I guess that's the strength of not playing Redenforged Champion too, is that we just end the game much faster, theoretically and hopefully. So let's get into the games and see what this deck does tonight. I'm gonna say that it's bad, so we're gonna win some games. Hopefully, that's how it works. I don't know what to do with those salads and scrambled eggs. They're calling again. All right, we go first, and this is a fine hand. All right, we're gonna do Fang or Kumano. I like Kumano first, all day, and then yeah, Ranger class Fang of Shigeki on turn 3. This is a sweet hand. The deck has blessed us with a sweet hand. Let's go. See if we can do it against Bleak Chimera here. Or as I said growing up, Chimera. Chimmery, Chimera. It is definitely Chimera. What you got for me, bud? A green source into... Oh, Generous Visitor Samesies! Nice, let's go. Which is the stronger deck? Because they're playing green-white. They played Branchloft Pathway, turn 1. Well, let's throw down Cammy. See? 3/3. It's paying off already. God, nice. I didn't really want the mirror in game 1, you know? Don't think we needed that, but sure. Alright, so we go Pathway on green here. Ranger class. I think going first will greatly aid us here. Ranger class! Get on in. You gonna trade that Kami? You gonna do it? You get your Kami back? Oh, come on, man. They're already at 12. Sex. That's pretty good. But now they get to start doing good stuff. Yeah, Jukai Naturalist into thing that gives lifelink to another creature. And suddenly they get to start striking back like the Empire. Oh, they hold off, though. Ooh, let's fight. Let's fight, dog. Fang of Shigeki comes down. Let's slay a troll. What do we kill? I could kill the Kami. With this Fang of Shigeki, actually. Ooh, I could just do that and then get in. God, that's sexy. Do I want to kill the Jukai Naturalist, though? Do I? Let's tell our opponent we're thinking. It's like, if I kill the Kami, we get in with these guys. They block with the Kami, though, right? Like, they block right here or something. We still deal, like, 6, 7, 8, 9? We'll go to 14 when we fight. I don't know. That's tough, guys. That's tough. I think I'm going to kill the Naturalist. I just feel like if we let them untap with the Naturalist, that's gonna suck. So let's not do that. Let's just come in. Now, their Kami of Transients can't die with this etching on the board. Okay, they figured it out. Really would have liked to exile their Kami there, but they're too smart for us. But maybe our Kami's just gotten too big at this point. Of course, maybe they can exile it. Yep. Nailed it. So they do that. But they don't have another enchantment to play. We draw a land, which is not really what we want at all. That's level 2. I guess we can afford to level 3 this turn, but that's not amazing. 23 lands in this deck. We still draw land. Can't attack into a... Oh, we could have attacked. Shit. We could have made them... Well, do we want them to trade there? Do we want them to trade there? Rune Forge comes down. It's going to be a problem. I guess it all depends on what we draw. We know we're going to draw this Rune of Might, which might be okay. Ah, Rune of Sustenance. That's like the worst thing in the world. We're going to lose. We're going to lose. Here they come. No blocks. They're going to go to 11. Ah, land on top. Look at that. Well, let's draw a card. Now we have Trample. Come on, give us a creature. Yeah, the third mode on this isn't going to be great in this deck. So we only play like 12 creatures. Or 8 creatures, something like that. I wish we wouldn't draw lands. Lands are terrible. Well, I'm going to keep playing this game. We wouldn't have a creature this turn. If we would have attacked last turn, we wouldn't have a creature this turn. We wouldn't have had a target. They're going to win. We wouldn't have had a target for that rune. Well, no, we can play it on any permanent, can't we? Yeah, we could have played it on the Ranger class. But it would have been the same thing, just no attacks. We're down to 1. They're up to 1,000,000. We draw the rune. There's another Rune of Speed. That's ridiculous. Draw the rune. Land on top after the rune. Come on. Well, we came very, very close that game. Oh, there's a Kami on top. Let's play it. Let's play this land. And let's do nothing. I mean, both of these are on 1, so they made their dudes huge next turn, swing and win. So we just good game. That was a really good first game. Oh, it's so close. Oh, it's so close. So close. I still think if I had to do it over again, like, I don't think attacking was the right thing to do there. They'd have had a creature before us, but... And they'd have had a Rune of Sustenance on that dude, too, so... I just don't think it would have mattered one way or the other. We go first here. And this hand looks a little better to me. This looks like a pretty stacked hand. Let's Kumano. Next turn we can Kami. Play that into Arnie, maybe. It's looking good. It's looking good to me. Kite Sail Cleric. is a Magic the Gathering card. I have been playing against blue-white flyers on occasion, and they just play all these like little dorky flyers. I wonder if that's what's going on here. Perhaps it's mono-white. There's a cleric class. Maybe it's clerics. You're a cleric, aren't you? Aren't you, buddy? Yeah, you are. Kimono becomes a dude. Okay, now we have choices. It sucks that we didn't get a land this turn. So I think we Kimono into Fang. I think that's the right choice. We save Arnie for next turn. And we get in for 1 million. Come on, fast deck. Do fast stuff. Yeah, there we go. Opponent's at 11, I'll take it. Put Steven at 11. They play a Core Celebrant. I will be fighting that. It's a Fang of Shigeki. I really wish we'd have gotten a land this turn, but oh well. I guess the really aggressive thing would probably be to Rune of Might, try to get a green source, Fang of Shigeki. But that's a little silly. Roiling Vortex is probably also really good against this if they want to be a life gain deck. But I think I'll just Arnie kill one of their best ways of gaining life. Swinging everybody except Fang. I don't think I want that trade right now. Limit 5. Sweet. See if they can play through this. Roiling Vortex, again, could be great here. I'd love another land, though. We will get a red source from this, and it's going to make our Kami huge. So we'll see what they have. The counter's on the Trampler. Get a haste dude, throw down a green source, Fang, big guy. Oh, I was going to Rolling Vortex too, man. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. So that's how this deck works, guys. That's what this deck does. Every time. Opponent goes first. Bit of a yikes. But hey, we got a removal spell and a 1-drop, so I guess it's probably fine. Crag Crown on red. Kumino. Bring an opponent. Got a removal spell cocked and loaded. And I want to use it as a removal spell too. It's the first time we've drawn it all night. Nothing. Nice. Alright, so they probably have a removal spell. Had I to guess. Let's still try it. Let's still go Generous Visitor. And then we'll make it a 3 power, 3 toughness guy when we cast Immolation. So Immolation will make it a 5 power guy. But then they'll just target it with a removal spell, right? We'll get 2 for 1. Let's save it. Let's save it, because we can just double spell with it next turn. That sure was quick. It didn't seem like they had a removal spell. They tap out for Kargan War Leader. Let's try and make them regret that. How do we do that? Alright, let's have our Etchings fight their Kargan War Leader. I don't like losing a creature here, and I think there was a way to do it without losing a creature. But I also want to do this. Let's put Immolation on our Visitor and swing 4/5. If this Visitor survives, it's going to end up being really big, but there's no guarantee it will. If it doesn't, though, we can recover with Kami into Rune of Might, and that'll feel pretty good. Alright, so they Fireblade Charger into Kargan War Leader. That's a good way to rebuild for them. Our Generous Visitor is a 7/3 now. We have 5 to spend this turn. Let's go ahead and play Kami. Oh, it's Rune of Might. Let's put it on the Visitor. And let's put it on the counter on the Visitor as well. So it's an 8/4. Alright. Now it's a 9/5, so they have to double block to kill it. And if they do that, they can't use the Charger to kill the Kami because it's a 3/3. So I think this is the right call. I think we did it correctly. They do take the double block here. And we trample over, put him at 10. They put us at 18 with the Fireblade Charger. Still have a bunch of cards in their hand. They tap out for Nahiri. Kind of ridiculous how many cards they have. We draw a Fang of Shigeki. We gain 3 life off of the Arnie. Let's Rune of Might first on the Kami. Probably going to trample into the Nahiri here. Although we might just try to win. There's an Arnie Slays. Let's do that. Fight the 1/1 token they made with Nahiri. And we haven't played a land. Nope. So let's Fang. Do we kill the Nahiri or do we just go for it, you know? I think we just try to kill them. I ain't worried. They make another 1/1 token, you know? We trample, so they have to have a removal spell for the Kami. They say good game and they get out of there. I guess we'll give them the old GG present there. So yeah, good game on that one. Sweet. Super sweet. You think the Unholy Strength is better than the Immolation? I don't know, man. I still think it's probably good to have a removal spell. We're up against the Pork Chop Express for this one. That's a great name. Let's see what they got. They do good to go first. But this game's looking a little bit better. As long as we get to keep our guys, but there's no guarantee, right? But the Dream Curve is here. Generous Visitor, Kami of Transience, then Ranger Class Kumano. They lead on Green Source, which is promising for what we're trying to do. I let that Generous Visitor hang for a second. White Source, Jukai Natural. Okay. Alright, we're in a rematch with Green-White. We've had this match earlier. We lost once they started, you know, life linking, so we'll see if that's the problem again this time. Maybe Royal Eruption will matter. Or Royal Eruption. Roiling Vortex. That's the card I'm thinking of. We gotta draw it. We'll say drawing Roiling Vortex next turn would be kind of sweet. They pop in. Wow. Bold. They know they're not going to block with it, I guess. They'll just take the 4-point life swing. It's fine play. Do we want the Ranger class or would we rather draw a card? I think we want the Ranger class this turn. Put a counter on the Visitor here. Mountain... Kumano. Counter on Visitor? Or do we put a counter on the Trampler? I like counter on Visitor again. And like, are we racing? You know, are we doing that? They let it sit. They're thinking about blocking with the dog. They don't though. They want their good boy. Now, we have to play a creature next turn to maximize Kumano, and I'm not sure we're going to get to do that, but we'll see. At the very least, we can Rune of Speed, up Ranger class. Just oh, Michiko's Reign of Truth. Gonna make that Naturalist big. Swing in for 5. That will be... Oh! Double Reign of Truth. Nice. Make it a 9/9. God, that hurts. Lifelink, y'all. Lifelink is going to be a problem against the green-white deck. We kind of have to block there. Well, let's try and draw a creature with Rune of Speed. Hopefully a Fang of Shigeki. I think that'd be the best draw right now. Let's put the Rune on the Trampler. And let's give the counter to the Trampler. Draw a Rune of Might. We may have to block this Jukai Naturalist. Do you like Rune of Might this turn? Or do I? It's hard to say. Yeah, let's Rune of Might. Put the counter on the Kami. It's a 9/8. Now it's a 10/9. We draw a Fang. I really wish we'd have drawn you a second ago. Oh, it sucks. Let's get in with Kami. Put him at 13. They say nice. They give us a nice. Now they're going to make their Jukai a 9-9 again. 10-10 rather. Borrow time, nice! I should have said good game. I should have just said nice. Oh, maybe I should have said good game. Holy crap, dude. A third Michiko's Reign of Truth resides in the top 12 cards of their library. And we go to 2. Can we do it, though? Hold on. Can we do this? Roiling Vortex. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. Put a little booty in it. Is it possible? No, they're at 29. I mean, we can't win this game. It's not gonna happen. Fang. Up Ranger class. Okay, guys, so if we get in here, just block with the Fang. I mean, it doesn't trample. I really wish we could keep them from gaining life. But I'm pretty sure we already played our land this turn. I just get in indiscriminately. I just have to get in. 15. Naturalist is an 8/8. If they have the trample rune, we lose. Oh my god. the fourth Michiko's Reign. I just want to point out, that is the fourth one in the top 13 cards of their deck. I don't know how we were ever going to win this game of Magic cards. The fourth one in the top 13 cards of their deck. Come on, dude. That's a little... Come on. Come on, Arena. Come on, Arena. Come on. Safekeeping. Hexproof and Indestructible. That was the last card in their hand, too. So, yeah. We go to 1. It's a Fang of Shigeki. What a demoralizing game, dude. Like, my god. What a stupid game of Magic cards that was. I want to say it was a good game, but, you know, all four of them, man? All 4 of them? Come on, dude. All 4? At least this deck gives the opponents the cards they need, right? Proven. But thanks again, Noises. Thank you, dude. We go first here, and this hand looks fun, if nothing else. Let's give it a shot. Come on. Come on. Come on, opponent. Kumano faces Kakazan. Turn 1, off of a Den of the Bugbear. Let's see what the new turn 7 has over there. Scoured Barrens. Oh, is it going to be the black-white lifegain deck? That's always fun. Let's Fang a Shigeki. And then let's face Kakazan once again. It was so cool the first time. Gotta draw a creature, like a real creature. That would be sick. Nope, it's a land. Maybe we should cut it. We should go down to 22 lands, man. That's what you're telling me. That's what I hear. I'm so stupid. I should have played the rune first. I'm just so, like, put out. Let's rune a Might, I guess. Could have gotten an extra damage there. Here's a Fang. That's on Chapter 2, so I guess we should play this Fang. Maybe it's some kind of control deck. I can't imagine. Yeah, it's Esper. Restoration of Iganjo. Thanks for the 100 bits, Oregon CRX. Oh my god. I commend you for your ability to stomach playing Arena. I'm not so strong. Yeah, That last game was something else, man. Oh, dude, did we draw another land this turn? That's insanity. Well, our opponent's going to scoop because they can't deal. You can't hang, son. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They take 9 this turn and go to 6. They actually take 11 this turn. They take 11 and go to 4, and then Den of the Bugbear finishes them off if they get the Doomscar next turn. So I'll take the actual win. I'll call that a real win. All right, we go first. Green source for Generous Visitor. Ranger class turn 2 is looking good. Let's go. See, see how this one falls apart. But I like it. This is the hand I want. This is how we drew it up. Iron Apprentice, turn 1. Okay. We draw a Fang of Shigeki. Let's throw down Ranger class. Because the eyes of the Ranger are upon you. Any wrong you do, he's gonna see. Because when you are in Texas, look behind you. Because that's where the Ranger's gonna be. That is, I actually know the entire theme song to Walker Texas Ranger. They kill our Ranger class. It's cool. We got a 2-2. We got a proc. That's all I care about. I wish we had another green source this turn. That would be good. That'd be real good. I'm going to take the super aggressive line here, I think, and just like Rune of Might into attempted land drop. I have to do that at least once tonight, don't I? But this probably results in the most damage this turn, so let's go. Man, a lot of 3 toughness creatures suddenly, now that we're playing Immolation in the deck. So many 3 toughness guys. Let's come in with Generous Visitor. He may just take it. Yeah, we do. Don't want to make a 2/4 Dawnbringer cleric, I guess. Do we make it for them? No, let's hold off on that. I think, depending on what happens this turn, we might be able to get this Generous Visitor big enough to where the toughness... Oh, where the toughness lowering just doesn't matter. Sparring Regimen into Containment Breach. They attack with just the Apprentice. Ah, that's cute. When it dies, they put its counters on something else. I like that. Let's go ahead and stop that train from rolling, though. Because we can attack through a 2/4 Dawnbringer. I don't really care. We drew a red source. Not what we needed. Let's try this trick again. It's Rune of Might. Draw a removal spell for this Generous Visitor. We're going to feel pretty bad. We get the green source. Yay! We get a green source. Yay! I feel like Kermit the Frog. Yay! So the question is, do we Kami now? Do we Kami this turn? I think we do. See if they take this damage. It looks like they want to. Probably be a mistake, but they're going to, aren't they? Yeah, they go to 8. Let's Kami of Transience, and we can load it up next turn with stuff. So I don't know. See if we can finish this game. I think they probably have a removal spell for the Visitor at this point. Yeah, they're targeting it. Dancing Sword is the opponent's play. Interesting. They throw it on that cleric and they swing 6 and untap it. It's not block. Go to 14. I mean, Vigilance is a neat trick, but I really don't think it's going to help you that much right here, buddy. Well, let's play the Fang. Let's put a counter on the Kami. Then let's play the Immolation. And put it on the Kami and put the counter on the Kami. You see how I'm doing that? And it becomes an 8. Did we do it wrong? Did we do it wrong? Did we do it wrong? I think we may have done it wrong. Well, no. They just block. I guess we come in with the Kami. They block, we lose it, but it comes back to our hand DOT. They have to block the Kami. We swing with the Generous Visitor. They go to 2. They block the Kami. Their stuff dies. They get a 2/1 from the Dancing Sword. I guess they just didn't have the cards in their hand. One way or the other, we had to make one of our creatures 8 power there, and that's kind of what I was going for here. I guess we did it right one way or the other. Even if the opponent had the ability to pull the trigger on a sweeper, we have Den of the Bugbear, so I guess that was another game where I think Den of the Bugbear may have made a difference. Swing that big old thing around. Opponent goes first. We get one of our starts, though. I don't like... This start's not going to be as good when opponent goes first, but, like, we'll still try. We'll still try. Bless our heart. Thanks for the gift sub, Oregon CRX. You're awesome. One to Time Race. Oh, yeah, Timer Ace. That's right. Because I like that name. Appreciate you. All right. So opponent goes first. And again, the start looks pretty good, but we'll see if opponent has something for it. Yeah, Black Source. I don't like the look of that. Let's Generous Visitor. How much removal do we have to face down this game? Elder Fang Disciple. Let's drop a mountain, I guess. Humano. Okay. It's Kami. I wonder if this is a Turgid deck. We have to worry about that a little bit. No attacks. Not yet. I guess I'll drop a Rune of Speed to this one if we have to discard again. But it looks like removal spell this turn. Acquisitions Expert, huh? Oh, yeah, let's drop one of these runes. They think they know what they're playing against now. Yay, we drew a land. That's good. It's really good. Do I want a Rune of Speed? Or do I want to go ahead and drop a Roiling Vortex on the table? I think that's probably better. Let's do that. Let's give the counter to Visitor. Let's throw down Kumano. Counter on Visitor there. Swing with a 3/3 and a 4/4. Bang, bang. They go to 12. They'll really go to 11 here off of Vortex. So that's almost half their life total. Pretty good. We need another enchantment. They may make us discard something here. Or maybe they'll just kill a guy. Yeah, they want to kill something. With Feed the Swarm. We go to 9. Say go. We go to 19. We get a land, but it's not really the one we wanted. Let's Rune of Speed first. Roiling Vortex. I actually should have maybe kept the Lair of the Hydra in my hand so I could discard it and play the other Roiling Vortex. That might have been better. But oh well, let's get in. They have to block with something. Boy, would that we had Trample. That'd be much better. These chump blockers are going to hurt us. They make us sacrifice our Generous Visitor, but we will get a free 2/2 here at the beginning of this turn. They swing, perhaps having forgotten that. We go to 17 off the Vortex. We draw a land. Which kind of sucks, you know. Well, can we just win? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can put him at 2. I think I'd rather Kami and Vortex. And this will put him on a serious clock. I'm putting a stop on their upkeep. That way, we can activate that ability. They go to 4. I guess they didn't have a March of Wretched Sorrow in their hand. They're right there. They probably would have used it. Invoke Despair. Okay. I'll sacrifice the Etchings. That way, if they kill the Kami, it'll come back to our hand this turn. They don't though. They're at 4. We get a Beseiju. I guess I can save that. Well, no. Hold on. Let's play the Beseiju, actually. And then, 1, 2, 3, yeah. And then let's... Opponents can't gain life? No. I shouldn't have done that. I should have waited, because they're tapped out. I'm just trying to, like, get the win this turn, you know? And I'm kind of too focused on that. But they might be able to gain some life. That would have been better than to hold on to it. Because they might be able to gain some life here during their upkeep. No, they're going to scoop it anyway. Yeah, the more patient thing to do there would have been to hold the 1 mana up, swing for 3 with both of these creatures, and then wait till their upkeep. And if they try to put this trigger on the stack and like March of Wretched Sorrow, then use it. That's obviously what I should have done there. But still, we won, so we go first this time. This hand looks alright. Let's give it a shot. Oh, red source to start things off. It's a Sokinzan into a Kumano. Dude, that game. We've had some great games tonight, guys. Oh, so memorable. Let's Kami. So that's what you do. It's a 3/3 Kami because if Kumano faces Hakazan, it's probably going to get removed. So opponent started on Orzhov Snowsores. So we are up against the most played deck in Standard. No, oh no, this time it's black-white lifegain. Impassioned Orator comes down. Well, let's slay that troll, why don't we? Arnie comes down, the Kami fights the Orator. We get in for 6. So that's the kind of guy I am. Throw this force down. Next turn we have at least 4 mana, so we can like Kami into Roiling Vortex and just end their game. Maybe. Oh, it's Abzan. Okay, Abzan lifegain. Neat. We played that before. The old lifegain chain gun. I love that deck. They got all their colors now too, so they can do some nasty stuff. Lunarch Veteran. Prosperous Innkeeper. Gain a life. They're still setting up. Lunarch Veteran. Nice. Very nice. Let's put it on the Trampler. I get the feeling they're not going to block anyway. Now. That's a Vortex. Because, and the reason I Vortex before Kami is I think I'm actually going to set a stop on their upkeep and not allow them to gain life next turn. I think that's actually the best play right here. I'm fairly certain. They're not going to block with their guys, right? There's no way you take that double block. Oh, please do. Oh, please, they don't. Okay. They don't. They go to 7. I can't believe I'm about to do this. Let's set the stop. Let's activate. You ain't gaining life from playing creatures this turn. And let's resolve. They go to 6. Pass in. They have to have real removal for Kami this turn, or I'm pretty sure they're done. Dina, that's what we want, but you're not going to gain any life. Sorry, you can't gain life this turn. I'm so sorry. They're like, what? What? Let's highlight Rolling Vortex for them. They will figure it out. They're slowly looking through all of our cards. They're just gonna they think the game is bugged. Because we didn't get our life! No, what the war? It's the Vortex, buddy. Alright, we did it. Opponent goes first. Start looks fine again, but we'll see. This start is like way worse on opponent goes first, but I don't know. The last few games I've said that, and we've done just fine. So, like last game, we somehow pulled the win out when opponent went first and had Generous Visitor turn 1. So, opponent starts on Plains. Let's go Generous Visitor. We drew a 3rd land, which is probably really good. Jukai Naturalist. It's the mirror all night, man. I really didn't want the mirror again. But alright. Sure. Arena's so weird, dude. Like, isn't it admitted that they try to, like, they will match you up with similar decks to yours? Like, I think that's something they've actually said before. It's like, why would anyone want that? Michiko's Reign. Are we going to face someone down that gets 4 copies of it again? Let's go to 14. They'll go to 26. Let's get our Death Toucher. I know I want to play that. Hell yeah. swing back and put them almost at their starting life total. You know, just gotta keep them honest. Normally this would be a ridiculous start, but you know, lifelinker into Michiko's reign. Oh, it's the Runes deck. Showdown of the Scalds comes down for 3 mana. So good. Oh, and they get a rune too. Come on. I guess the rune doesn't matter because they already have a lifelinker, but they will play it on the same guy. Okay. Interesting. Well, it does trample, which sucks. Balls. It sucks. So many balls that it tramples, but whatever. We go to 25, we go to 9. They have another Jukai Naturalist, another, you know, rune, and a Ranger class. It's going to be bad. God. Such good cards for our opponent. Such amazing cards. I think we Kami and then go ahead and get this Roiling Vortex down. We could also Kami Rune of Speed. I think that might be better, right? Watch him Rune of Speed next turn, though, and get us with a bunch of lifelink damage. That's going to be sick. That will be sick. Oh, well. I'm just here to have fun. We draw a Kumano faces Kakazan. We put him at 10 from 25. A pretty big slap, you know? Alright, they get their Michiko. Or at least the painting of Michiko. Jukai. Michiko's now a 4-4. They're going to put a rune on Michiko, I imagine. Or maybe they'll just play... well, they can't. They can't play either of these cards with that mana. Huh. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's unplug that power, dog. You can't play them cards. But of course they can play the lifelink rune on a portrait. Life is funny, man. Life's funny sometimes. Oh, and then they had the rune too! Bravo. Bravo, my friend. How do you do it? Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Oh, that's ridiculous. Wow, dude. He had both runes. And the mana to play them too, like... Naya Runes just keeps, like, blowing us out in the funniest ways, dude. Alright. Sure. I'm nervous about this start now, but at least we get to go first. On the play, I think the start is way better. It just sucks. Like, this deck is fun, and I think it actually has, like, something to it, but you kind of have to be on the play. Like, even if you get Generous Visitor and Kami in your opening hand, this deck's all we're gonna play against, then there might still be like an issue, you know, if you're on the draw. But we got a good start here. Let's Kumano. I wonder what percentage of the best of 3 meta Naya Runes is. Because I've been playing against Naya every now and again, but it's not really a deck that I play against like every single day a bunch of times. But boy, is it out there now, dude. Alright, green-white. Jukai Naturalists. They just never miss their 2-drop, dude. They never miss. Do I want this trade? I think I do. They lose their Visitor. We lose our Fang. I'd like to cast a creature this turn, so I don't know about the Ranger class. I think we should Rune and try to get a 1-drop or something. It has to. We have to draw a Fang or a Generous Visitor. We have to. So let's Rune of Might. Give this dude Trample. Come on, 1-drop. Yeah, we did it. It's a Fang. Nice. It gets a counter. We have a Death Touch blocker now. 6/6 Visitor. Whew, we did it. It's... Woo! Green-white! Finally gets a comeuppance there. They just decide they're not going to deal with that start. Oh my god. Oh god, we did it. We beat either green-white or Naya. We never got a chance to see if they were Naya or not. See, we get a good enough start, we can do it. We just got to get the good start and be on the play. So, oh boy. All right. That'll be a nice fitting into the YouTube video, right? We get to lose 2 games against the Enchantments deck in like brutal fashion. And then for the end of the video, we get to end it on them scooping on like turn 3. So that'll be fun.